Hello everybody, my name is Chris Collected and welcome to Career Creations with Chris Collected. Today we are going to make some rugs, or finish some rugs is what we're going to do. So what we're going to be doing, hello CFL, how you doing? But yeah, so I recently went and did another 2 shows, and so I went through a bunch of my coasters and a bunch of my mats here. And these are specifically to cover a keyboard up. Cover little keyboards. Isn't that cool? It's just kind of a decorative piece so you can have it on your desktop without having that kind of unsightly board. Because I mean, these things are so ubiquitous with the 21st century. It's like, you know, we needed a nice, unique piece of art to put on top of it. Okay? So that's all we're really gonna do today. Just about an hour of just cleaning some of these. I don't know, we might get through all of them. Even if we do, I have like plenty more. This whole box, you can kind of see it over here in this camera. This whole box is nothing but, yeah, I'll move this stuff out the way because all of this is kind of my like, you know, in process table. But all of that, if you can see on the other camera, all of this is all full. And so my little box here is full, so it's time to get to trimming them up, you know? Another thing that I wanted to show is I got a new one of these. And what's different is the old one, where did I put the old one? Where did I put the old one? I forget exactly where I put the old one, but it was like wood, or fake wood is what it was. Hi, do. And so yeah, this one I got is new. It like clips in. So you actually have like a little clip in it, and then you actually snap it down in there. Bam. So now it's like secure in there and it's like flush with that, right? There you go. Booyah. And you can kind of like tilt it just a little bit still. And if you tilt it too much, it'll pop out. So, you know, it's kind of nice and easy to use. I still have my other one. So I have 2 of them now. You know what I mean? I get 2 of them now, which is cool. That little guy. Same color, same company, same everything. This is just a newer model. If you look, the older model you have to get like a new blade if you want it to be different. Whereas this new model, the new model actually has a selector. You can see if I kind of see that. There we go. See that? So you can kind of select it on the fly. So you have like, you know, a 1 through 5 setting. If you ever buy a razor or a kind of trimmer type thing, they have a 1 blade and up to a 5 blade. So my settings, just in case you're curious, will be set to 1. Because while it's pretty effective to do a 5 or something on a big beard, on this, because it is set into that thing, a 1 is really what you want to use. Yeah, it's way safer. The other one was like kind of loose. And then I forget where I put it. I kind of just like stored it away because I didn't want it on my table anymore. But this one's way more secure. Like it's not going anywhere. But at the same time, just as easy to pop out if I really needed to. You know? And so I can have this one still to like go on the sides with. Or if I need little fine details, I can still use this one. And then have this one permanently doing the same thing every time. Which is important, right? You want consistency. Now, the bigger the rug, the easier it is to use this little trimmer on it. Let's see, that's going to be kind of like too far away, isn't it? All right, that's going to be too far away. Get this guy out then. Put him on there. What's going on here? Okay. Now, sorry for the confusion there real fast. Let's put you like this, because the other one was just a little too far away. This one, can it go in here? That's much better. That way you guys can kind of see it. I was trying to get it so you could see, you know, always. That's always kind of like more entertaining that way, you know? And nice thing about these little coasters is they don't take long to actually trim. Yeah, and then I just finished filming some more content, so we'll have even more content coming. Specifically, tomorrow will be the unboxing of the Miss Marvel box from, or technically the Marvels box is what it's called. I forgot to plug this guy in though. And really, we're just trimming this up a little bit. These are coasters. So we're not going to go too heavy on it, on the contouring there. We'll go pretty light. And then to finish up anything, oh, the events went really well. Both of them, I had, one was kind of like a networking event where I didn't really sell things directly to customers. I was actually selling things to other companies. So getting some logos and stuff like that I was going to end up like making for other people. So that's fun. That was just kind of like, you know, it was in a kind of a bar slash like a coffee place. It's coffee and cocktails was like their kind of slogan there. So, you know, kind of a modern bar. But it was really good. They you know, they were really nice staff and everything like that. You know, there was a little confusion because one person that showed up was a food vendor, and they were like, oh, you know, they kind of expected, I don't know, money, I guess, or something for the food, and that's not really how that was going to work, right? It was, that place already sells food, so they're like, no, you can't sell food here. So if you ever do a networking event or any kind of event yourself, do make sure to check their rules of the establishment that you're in. My next event is actually September 30th. That's right, I'm kind of taking this month off again. I might end up doing some events. Here, like, you know, like short-term ones, and we'll see if I get, because I kind of put some feelers out, and we're seeing if I get approved for anything. But the next one I'm actually approved and paid for is September 30th. And that one is a place called Epic Toy Con. So it'll be my first ever toy show, my first ever convention I've ever done. Everything else has not been a convention as much as it's been, one second. And then we'll get this guy too. Yeah. Yeah, they're very popular now. It's like the modern bar because people like me don't drink. So, I mean, I don't go to bars. And so, especially because also a lot of bars are nighttime things. And so this place can be open all day long. It can have brunch, lunch, dinner, and, you know, and cocktails, right? So that's the nice thing about it. So check my story out and my Instagram if you want to see more about that location and everything and all the fun people that I got to communicate with. And then the next day I was in Christown Spectrum Mall again, and it was a good event. One thing that I realized again, my biggest problem right now is marketing and advertising, because I had more than one person be like, oh, this is like a face wash. And I'm like, no, this is acrylic. You don't want this on your face. This is a coaster. And if you saw recently on my Instagram, I actually posted like what I'm going to make the logo for this. The logo just hasn't shown up yet. Like, you know, you kind of have to buy that. Like, I don't make that. So I made the logo. Now I got to buy stickers and stuff and, you know, to make it so that people will know it's a coaster. One thing that's always kind of fun is like getting in there and getting that all cleaned up, you know? It's always way dirtier than you think. And then these ones I do try to keep as much as I can. I'm going to vacuum some of it, but like the big bits, and then I have some pillows that I'm working on, and that will be stuffing for it. But yeah, the Christown one also went really well. Sold a few things there, which was nice. And then got to talk to some people about, you know, one thing, my biggest problem is marketing. My second biggest problem is not having the right fabric choice. So someone's like, oh, I love the Lakers, and I don't have the Lakers, I have Dodgers or something. And actually it was the opposite. I had Lakers, they wanted Dodgers. And I was like, oh, I don't have that team. And they were just like, okay, you know, so that kind of stuff, it's always like rough because there are hundreds of sports teams. But I always tell people I love a commission or a custom, so you can, if you're like, I want my sports team, then you can order that. Or hope that you get lucky and I have your team. And then the new collection for this month will all be Jane Austen themed. Jane Austen being the famous writer of Pride and Prejudice, if you don't know who that is. Yeah, so what it is I asked some people, especially at the social networking event, I was like, you know, what don't you like about my product? Because that was part of the social networking is basically showing your product off and being like, hey, would you buy this if you were a customer? And the big thing that these people were saying is, yes, but not the fabric you have currently. Because they were kind of too butch, is what I was being told. Even my like really feminine ones I thought were feminine, they were not. At least not to them. And not trendy, too. And so I was talking to these girls about, like, you know, what trends they're currently into. And one of the big ones is, like, antique floral, what they call grandma, what they call grandma core, or grandma, like, aesthetic. So the new collection this month is Grandma Core, which I know my grandma just got back from a vacation with one of my cousins there. I was looking at the cruise photos the other day. I was like, oh, they look like they had fun. I got to call her up and see how she's doing after her little trip. But now that I don't live next to her, I'm not the favorite child no more. Now Sarah's the favorite, huh? She's her new buddy, hanging out and going on trips and stuff. Very cute. All right, that's looking really good. And then one thing, when you see something like this, one way to kind of help improve that, it helps if it's flat. But because each of these things are machined in, right? It's like you end up with this kind of negative void space between these two. And so if you run a hard chopstick, so this is like a hard plastic one, you know what I mean? This way. Hard plastic one, you know what I mean? So that way I can really kind of get in there and separate them out. And then with my little guy here, and I said, I'm not going too deep, but enough that it will be pretty visible there. Pile what we can. I need to get one of those little sweepers. My father used to have this one that was really thin, and I've seen it for like engineers and stuff. When they used to hand draw blueprints, they would have that like one that would pew, 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 pew. I used to play with it all the time. When he was busy working, I'd be busy playing with his erasers and stuff. So I'm going to have to go up to some store and find that. Oh yeah, actually switch to the other window. Also, yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, part of the reason why I'm doing this today is because, oh, this one's probably easier camera to move. He's still there. He's just not shaved up yet. He is glued. Oh, see what it is I wanted to get the bottom done too. And so I had enough space for a little guy here and another one of these guys. And so I have one more coming, and the glue is drying and everything. I'm just waiting. I was just like, it's in my process. I had this whole box to do, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get these done today, and then next week I'll have that done. Because I was like, I don't know if I want to skip. I mean, even though my next show is not till September 30th, I still wanted to make sure I had my inventory done. Because there will be a shop drop coming in the next couple weeks here. I haven't updated my shop in probably 2 months. So it's like, I need to update the shop, and then I can get this commission done. And then next week we'll have the giveaway, the next giveaway starting. As soon as this one's done, I basically just continually go, but it takes me a month or so to get it all done. And the trimming was mostly just so No, no, no. And really, that would probably be a private video. Like, I think I'm just going to release that straight to the Patreon or something like that. But then always, any kind of commission, I'll send you, make sure you send links and everything like that, you know? Make sure you have it all good. But I was thinking it might be Patreon early, or only, just because I'm trying to encourage people, because I only have a couple people on my Patreon right now, so I'm kind of trying to encourage people like, hey, go in there, you know? But even if you're not part of it, and if you do win a giveaway, I'll make sure I'll send you a video. Whether it's through Google Drive or something like that, like I can always send you the file. That's the advantage of owning it all, right? I own the camera, I own the stuff, so it's like at the end of the day, I can send it to you however I need. However it works for you, you know? Because I don't want to force people in the Patreon, but at the same time, I want to encourage people to go. And have some kind of exclusive content there. And so I know some of the resin demolding videos I'm going to start putting up on there, and then some of these shaving videos I'm going to start putting on there more regularly. That way there is some exclusive content. My bad, it was making a noise like it was something stuck in there. There we go. But yeah, I'm excited for the future, you know. The main goal right now is get the website going, maybe get some sales and stuff online, you know. I'm trying to get my Instagram store going, all that kind of stuff. Get the TikTok store. If I get 1,000 followers on TikTok, then I get the TikTok store going, and focus on that for the next month or 2 months, really, because technically it's September 30th, so it's literally, you know, almost about 60 days from now. So it's quite a while. But that way I can focus digitally, and then show up with a lot of new inventory, and then give you guys a chance online to buy it first before, because normally I sell it locally first, then put it online. But you know, it is summer. That's, if you're looking at like, why is he doing it? The real reason is summer. You know what I mean? It's been over 100 degrees, over 110 degrees for 35 days in a row. That's not a joke. Like, it has been that hot in Arizona. More than 110 degrees every single day. Like, we just set a new record for it this year for the most consecutive days over 110. And then we had one day of like 105, and then went right back to 110 the next day. So I'm just not doing no parking lot stuff right now, you know? As much as I love getting out there, I'm just not doing another parking lot until it's colder. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Like, if you need it, and I'll tell you this, if you're Phoenix local, hey, I'll come to you. I'll bring it to you if you know, and if you you know, are out of state and stuff like that, I'll give you a good shipping rate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd much rather eat the shipping costs or something like that than you know. Oh, wow. Nice, Empty. Good job. So, you know, we're always just trying to do what we can. The September 30th one is indoors and is actually a ticketed event, so you have to pay $5 to get in. And it'll be my first ever event that was ticketed. All right, let's get that little black fuzz out of there. I think it's looking pretty good. Gotta clean it up a little bit, but that's all right. Grab that. All right, loud bit. Just a reminder, these are called collector coasters. Yeah, you read about it, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like, it is considered like a crisis in the sense that the weather people were like, yeah, we just did 30 days and it's not looking better for the next 30 days. Like, it's almost like this global warming thing is real. Like, yeah, maybe we should have done something about it 10 years ago, 30 years ago, 40, 50 years ago, but you know, nothing you can do about the past, right? That's what we say on this channel. This is the house of improvement. It's not the house of perfect. It's like, we're not really concerned about what happened yesterday. We're concerned about what we can do tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because there's no reason at this point to find, oh, this guy's to blame. It's like, okay, well, it doesn't change anything at this point. It's still hot. And so, you know, there's a lot of also events for like homeless people and that kind of stuff. So make sure to think about that. You know, if you have the means and stuff like that, that a lot of people out there without water, without, you know, without the means to really help themselves. So we're trying out here, you know. Phoenix luckily does have a nice population. You know, we're good people out here, so we do have nice like shelters and nice stuff like that to kind of help everyone. But yeah, you know, but I'm doing good overall. Still going to the gym all the time, you know, still trying to eat healthy, but also on a nice budget. So, you know, instead of fresh fish, go with like frozen fish, stuff like that, you know, where it's still high in protein, but also good for me still. And budget friendly, you know? Yeah. Yeah, July and August are always going to be bad. Oh, you know, I keep looking off camera, aren't I? My fault on that. If I'm ever out of camera, feel free to type in comments like, hey, can you move that 6 inches? You know what I mean? Like, I'll do it. Because I'm kind of focused, you know? For instance, one of the things that I do nowadays to kind of save money is I went to 2 grocery stores today. Oh, nice. Yeah, cell phones are awesome. For sure. One last little one with this guy. It's always good to rotate whatever you're working on here. Yeah. Let's see, a little promotion. Tomorrow's video will be the Miss Marvel, The Marvels, the movie box from Marvel Collector's Corps. So if you're a Funko collector, then you can kind of see what the latest Funko Collector Corps box is going to be. I haven't seen the movie personally. Honestly, I don't even know if it's out yet or not. Couldn't tell you. I meant to go check that. If you ever end up with stray threads, you can always just cut it. Yep, actually, I just shot it like literally 30 minutes ago, so, you know, it should be a good one. All right. The plan today is to get 5 of these little guys done. And then I'm going to switch to the big guys. That way we can kind of see a mix of both of them. Okay. I also will have some more events coming towards the end of the year. A big thing that I'm trying to figure out right now is exactly that. Where am I going to be at Christmas? All right? Yeah, the teal color one was very... Actually, you know what? I should keep these here. There you go. So you can kind of see them. There we go. Yeah, the teal one, we got black, purple. We'll cover the black one up because that one's not as pretty, right? Bam, there we go. But yeah, these are all very pretty. The teal especially, that specifically is Tanjiro's teal, is what it is. Because I still just have a lot of that Tanjiro color one, so I've been using it. Sure you guys feel like pin the tail on the donkey every time I do this stuff because my hand's moving around everywhere, you know? Or like, follow the bouncing ball. Like, this one might need more oil. Like something's stuck in it. All right, vacuum time. So these are the 5 that we've made today. 2 little purple ones, a teal one, another purple one, but with pink in it, and black. And so you can kind of see what I was doing with this collection is that I made solids, and then I made a few like, you know, that's solid as well, and then a few kind of half and half. So like 2 color ones. The most color any of them got is this one right here. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. And it's kind of a chevron. If you look at it this, I guess from your guys' perspective, it'd be there. So, and once I trim that up, it will be even crisper. It will look like this in the end. So, you know, a little bit sharper points there. But yeah, as I said, I made 20, 30 of them. I mean, yeah, I think I have about 30 of them that I have yet to like finish. So, you know, I want to show you, like, you know, as I said, Tuesdays, the kind of, oops, I'm out of frame. So the goal of Tuesdays from now on is basically, I call it Queer Creations with Chris Collected, but ultimately it's kind of a checkup on Chris, on me, hey. And, you know, showing you guys what my latest is and getting you excited about it. And that way you can either maybe join the Patreon or DM me and be like, hey, I want one of these, but I want it in purple and blue. Great, you tell me. You know what I mean? We can make that for you. And I don't charge extra for commissions unless it's like, if you're like, oh, I want 30 colors, well then something like that might cause extra price. But if it's just your standard, you know, cost, then, you know, something like this is, I believe the price right now is 25. These are 25 and then the smaller ones is 20. Or was, yeah, so I had them at the convention that way, 25 for this. So we'll start with the easy one. This is just 1 color, and then we'll kind of work our way up to the more fancy ones. Nope, that way. Yeah, the 4-color one's very cute. And it's one of those things is I only make a very limited amount of them. Reason why is because it costs me extra money to make that, right? Like it's gonna cost more money for me to make that. It costs more time to do it. So I don't make a ton of them. You know what I mean? That's very limited. That's why normally you get a max of 2 colors. Because that I figured out the price of it and it's like, okay, I can sell that for, $6 and I make money on it. On my time, on my effort and all that. Yeah, they're 6 for 1, 2 for 10 is how they work. That's common for me. I like giving $1 off if you buy multiple. Like pretty much everything I sell is that way. And that's really showing up like true red. Because, I mean, it is red, but this is that cherry red. This is the same red that we've used to make all of the Akatsuki logos. Which someone recently at one of the shows, they debated, is it supposed to be white on red or black on red? And I was like, yeah, either one, right? It's kind of like the Harley Quinn thing. You can do it whatever color you want. Did anyone watch that Barbie movie yet? I have not seen it. And frankly, don't really plan on seeing it. I mean, nothing against Margot Robbie or nothing against any of it, but I don't know. To me, I was like, I saw all these people they're like, it's controversial. I was like, you went and saw it? I was like, I was like, okay. I mean, to me, I was like, I don't know. I kind of just assumed it was going to be like a chick flick, and I just never watched it. And then everyone else was like, no, it's solid. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll see it eventually, But I don't know if I really want to pay money for it. But good for her, right? She went from Barbie to from Harley Quinn to Barbie. I mean, that's some range right there. From a crazy lady to a plastic lady. Like that's big difference there. But from what I understand, it's like a movie meant for adults that grew up with Barbie, not for like kids that like Barbie. And then there's that other one, right? The Oppenheimer one, the one about the nuclear bombs. Or nuclear testing, I think, specifically. But again, haven't seen it. Actually, that's a challenge that I've made for myself this month, is that I have to go watch a movie in theaters. I don't even know what. I was actually going to spend some of tonight. Yeah, it's doing well. That's what I'm saying. Like, good job for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ain't no hate on this channel. We've always said that, right? No hate on this channel. Like, if you like it, good for you. If you don't like it, good for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I got no stake in that game, I just thought it was interesting. It was one of those things. I remember the first promo I saw for Barbie, and I was like, oh, okay, it's like it's going to be like a kid's movie. And then, like, the second or third trailer comes out, and then I'm like, I don't think this is a kid's movie. Because, I mean, there are animated Barbie movies that are obviously for kids. And if you end up hooked on Barbie, hey, there is a brand new theme park, I think just about to open up. I think it's like a month away or so, called the Mattel theme park. So literally here in Phoenix, Arizona, we're getting our own theme park that is Mattel based. And I know one of the rides is Barbie Ride. There's a G.I. Joe, a Barbie, a Thundercats, or technically, Masters of the Universe, right? And I know that one's like a laser tag or something. So that's going to be cool. That's going to be real cool. It's Ryan Gosling, isn't it? I think Ken's Ryan Gosling, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's Ryan Gosling. It's an attractive white dude. Like, they basically were scrolling the index of just like, all right, just pick an attractive white dude. I heard a rumor when I was at the social networking one, we were talking about it, because we were there for like 4 hours, something like that. And so we were talking about the Barbie movie, and apparently at one point it was supposed to be, what's her name? Amy Schumer was supposed to be Barbie, but she said she didn't want to make the like adult Barbie movie. She wanted to make like a kid's one. And so she backed out. I bet she wishes now she didn't back out, you know what I mean? Now that it's like really popular. But yeah, what movie do you guys think I should go watch? Because I am bound and determined this month to go to a theater and watch something. I haven't done it, I think literally since 2019. I was thinking about it this morning. I don't think I've been to a movie since 2019, maybe even 2018. Like, it's been a minute. You hit your late 20s and early 30s, and it's all about business and, getting to that next step in your life, And for me, that involved, kind of changing up my friend groups a little bit, and so I just didn't really go to movies anymore. But I've realized it's like I need to stop being an old curmudgeon. It's like I'm too young for that. So I gotta fight it. I gotta go get back in society there. All right, vacuum time. Sorry, I know the vacuum's loud. Yeah, I was thinking that one. Is it out yet, though? I gotta check to see whenever the Mutant Mayhem one comes out. But yeah, I was definitely thinking that one was a contender for sure. I follow a guy, and if you ever watch my unboxing life, there's a guy named Warrior Pens, and he's huge into, like, his main thing he makes is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle merchandise. In fact, he's even made official merchandise with the company. Ooh, is Blue Beetle out? I love Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is like one of my top 5 favorite superheroes. Again, that shows you how out of it I am in the terms of like pop culture, is that he's literally top 5 for me. And I couldn't tell you when that movie comes out. So I'm saying, like, I just been really curmudgeoned because it's like I was starting this company up, and it was basically just every day waking up and being like, okay, what am I going to do to get more famous, to get more successful, but also work on myself, my body, my mind. And so, because I mean, a couple years ago when I quit that company I was working at, I literally had developed a nervous eye twitch. Like, I was uncontrollably twitching from the eye. And so that's obviously very bad. That was the level of stress I was under, that I had literally developed a nervous twitch. So, you know, it took a while for me. Like, I literally was just so isolated from everyone, everything, and it was just not good. So luckily, you know, I kind of bounced back from that and seized my life back again from my boss and all this kind of stuff. And now I make this beautiful stuff, you know? So yeah, that's the basic one. Getting fully in shot there. But yeah. Whoop, whoop. I probably shouldn't have my active keyboard to be using for this. Well, yeah, see, it covers your little keyboard up. Isn't that fun? It just kind of covers your little keyboard up. And you could use it for whatever. I had someone buy one the other day at the place, and they were just like, I'm not going to use it for my keyboard, but I'm going to use it as like a place to hold my keys and that kind of stuff. Hold your cell phone, you know, just something decorative. It's just literally just a decorative piece that is, let's see, it is 18 inches by 6 inches. So 18 by 6 inch. So not too big, but you can put a bowl, a plate, even if you were trying to make a centerpiece for a table. You could put your, like, you know, your chips, your dips, your salsa on each side, right? Your guacamole and your chips in the middle, and there you go, right? Like, you can even do that with it. You know what I mean? It's your product at the end of the day. Once you buy it, right, it's yours. But people do that often. They're like, oh, it's a good display piece. And so that's why I make them. Plus, as you can see there when I showed you the umpties thing earlier, it makes it so that I can fill out that little bit. You know what I mean? I had this much left of that little piece, and so now I used it up, right? That way I'm not wasting my time, my money. I can, you know, use that. And who knows, maybe I'll throw that little coaster in as a bonus for Umpty. I don't know. He doesn't know that yet. She's watching, so it's not really going to work. But, but, you know, I always like throwing a little bonus for anyone who wins my giveaways. And it's in the same color as his piece. That's his bandana. It's like the same color. This one I always get bummed about when I see it on camera, because it just doesn't, like, the pixelation doesn't work. Like, you can't tell. This thing is honestly, in my opinion, beautiful, but you can't see it as well, you know? Yeah, it definitely did. And it's gonna look even better once I trim it up, because he has a lot of detail work, so his is gonna take like a week or so to get finished. That's why I'm in kind of like a rush to get this done that way, because like that box is over full, like the stuff that I have. Because technically I have a Dexter's Lab piece, I have a the Hell's Paradise piece that are also done. So like I have other pieces that are gonna be for sale, you know, so I mean I gotta kind of get one done to get the others done, and you know, I don't want, you know, him to jump the line, but at the same time, I don't want him to be pushed back in the line either. So he gets his space. He's second in the row right now, and then the Hell's Paradise, and then Dexter, because Dexter's going to take forever. Actually, maybe Dexter next, because I think Hell's going to take even more, because it's all text, and text takes forever. I might be coming out with a new product here soon. So when I was at the social networking thing, one of the things that is often at these conventions and stuff is a food person, whether they sell cookies, whether they sell food, tamales. A lot of people sell different things, you know? And I've actually been asked by more than one of the vendors before if I could make a custom apron for them. And so this one, last time, the tamales lady, she said straight up, I want 4 of them. She's like, you send me like the bill and I'll give you 4. I want to buy 4. Cause that way she can make them the way she wants. I was like, you tell me how many pockets you want, how many whatever, and we'll figure out a price, and then that will be a product that I develop with her, and then I'll own it and I'll be able to do what I want with it. But yeah, by the end of the year, we'll have more products coming as well. Also, I'm going to be spending a lot of time making, here, one second, I wanted to show you guys, to remind you of what this used to look like, because I only ever made one for myself, but I use it on a daily basis now, so I need to make more of these. This is really simple. It's only 1 inch deep. It's a box to hold your keys in. So these are my keys, you know, and I've been using this ever since the day that I made it. And I have not stopped using it. And it's so helpful. It just sits on the counter. It's weak enough on the side so you can kind of just like pull the pieces out and you don't have to worry about it, but strong enough that you can kind of just toss it in. And because I reinforced all the sides, so it's strong and weak at the same time, right? It's like the perfect blend. Honestly, this is like my next hot piece, I think. I think I really will be able to sell these for like good money. You know, I'm thinking like 10 bucks or so. And boom, you got like a permanent thing. Yeah, exactly. Always moving forward. And so there'll be aprons coming for sure, because she already like ordered it. She was like, I want that for sure. I was like, sweet, I'll do it. And then the other thing is these kind of guys, which I have the pattern for it, and I actually have a bunch of pieces already interfaced. I just been kind of busy with other stuff. But yeah, thank you. And what I'm thinking for any kind of new product in the future is basically what it will be is I will show the patrons first the final design and have some like available to order from the Patreon before anyone else like knows about it really. Like, you know, and then what will happen is there will be a Tuesday live stream like probably a week or so later that is, hey, let me make an apron for you guys. That way I can show everyone in the world what I'm doing and then do like an order, you know, and hopefully the patrons already ordered some and then maybe you guys order some and boom, I can start it up, you know? If not, I'll just make 10, 12 and have them ready for my booth. Because I am actually switching up how I display my stuff as well. I've been using a small tabletop, like little tabletop one. And so I'm actually gonna buy a floor model now that I can hang stuff that's much taller, including those aprons. But what it is that like, people don't always realize, like I have this one that can spin around and people don't always realize they can spin it. And sometimes people kind of go like that and they look and I'm like, oh, I move it for them. And I'm like, you know what? I want from 20 feet away, I want you to see it and want it. Right? Like that's how you sell stuff. You want to see it from 20 feet away. So my whole brand was all flat tabled. And so now everything's boom. Now everything's going to be vertical so that you could see it from a mile away. Oops. Got dust in my eye there. But yeah, we're getting there, you know. And then we're going to do one more after this, and then that will be it for today. We're almost done. I only got one more to do. I mean, I got 20 more to do for me, but for you guys, I always like to keep these streams only to like an hour or so. That way you can kind of, again, you get a sense of what I'm up to, what the future is going to be for me, you know, a way to chat with me. If you like, hey, I want this or that, it's like, you know, this is your opportunity to kind of like talk to the artist, but at the same time, it's a way for the artist, me, to talk to you. And kind of get you hyped up for, you know, I got more resin crafting coming in about 2 to 4 weeks. I haven't actually decided the exact date yet, but in a couple of weeks from now, we're going to take a break from the resin crafting and do some more other crafts. You know, as the spooky season comes and all these other things, and just do some crafts that you can like buy at Joann's or buy at Michael's and kind of promote that of like, hey, you can, you know, hang out with your niece or grandchild and, you know, make these little things. But that would be like a live stream I do on Thursday, or it might just be a pre-recorded video. I haven't decided yet. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, that right there is one of those like 5-year kind of dreams, is if I can ever get an assistant, that'd be nice. I've been joking the other day, I was at the social networking thing. A lot of them, they brought their kids and stuff. I was like, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to adopt a kid just so I could get some labor out of them. You know what I mean? And they were all laughing. They're like, yep, the kid part's nice. They're like, the downside is if they're like 10 years old and they're like trying to break everything, and you're trying to sell stuff and you got to like go to someone else's booth and like fix it, or, you know, try to smooth it over. And I was like, yeah. Meanwhile, their kid was literally spinning my rack the whole time, and I was just like laughing. I was like, yeah. And I told her, I was like, that's $100 rack, just so you know. Like, maybe please stop your kid from touching it. Like, but yeah, you know, I would love an assistant eventually. The real goal, like a 5-year kind of goal for me, is that I want to get big enough to have 2 booths, and one booth will actually not sell anything at all. It will actually be a crafting activity booth. So basically, you'll come to me and be like, hey, take this kid off my hands for like an hour. And so, you know, literally you'll buy my assistant's time essentially, and you'll buy a kit. So whether it's a rug kit or a painting kit, and you literally buy the kit on the spot, have your kid paint it on the spot, have an adult or someone supervise them that I'm paying to do that. And, you know, that's included in the fee and everything. And that way, at the convention, at the con, you basically have a daycare. Kind of like at the booth there for you. Not a full daycare, but like, you know, kind of a basic, like, hey, let's, you know, teach this kid how to paint type thing. But that's like a real, like, you know, 5-year kind of goal. Not, you know, I have to have money to kind of burn to be able to do that. But that's kind of like the ultimate goal that I really love. Because, you know, I grew up, and my parents had a gas station and laundromat, and I remember what it's like to be a kid bored out of your mind while your parents are working, and you don't quite understand that, like, hey, if they don't work, you don't eat tonight. You know what I mean? Like, you don't understand that as a 10-year-old. You don't get that concept, you know? So it's like they're just bored out of their mind. And so I know what that was like. And at one point I was like, man, my parents are so dumb. Like, what are they doing? Like, they're so like, I'm so bored. And so it was just like, it never makes sense to me. Now as an adult, obviously it makes perfect sense. Like they were working is what they were doing. They were working, you know? So it's like, it makes perfect sense now. And so I kind of thought about it, and I was like, man, that'd be nice to be able to like help those parents out, like while they're shopping, while they're doing all their stuff or working. Cause every event I've gone to has been at least half of these people are bringing kids. So, you know, it was just like a nice way, and then hopefully also kind of endear them to me, and maybe they start watching my live streams, or, you know, they'll buy more stuff from me because they're like, oh, that's the nice guy that, you know, helps the kids out. So it's kind of like, you know, a marketing thing, but also just kind of a life experience. I know what it's like to be that kid, and so I want to help them out. Because it wasn't a bad childhood. It's just one of those things of like, it is kind of bored. And you're just like, what'd you do this weekend? I sat there and watched my mom work for 6 hours. What'd you do? And they're like, I went somewhere else. And you're like, oh, I watched someone work. It's like, it wasn't that fun. But, you know, at the same time, it's like, you know, they needed to work. and they didn't have the babysitter, and there you go, right? You're at work. So, always that kind of stuff, right? So I'm always kind of thinking and just being like, all right, that's my life. How can I know it was a problem for me. It's going to be a problem for others. They call that empathy, right? And like having empathy for others, like understanding that your problems are someone else's problems too. And it's kind of a community thing. Being a gay person, I always want to make sure that I'm kind of endearing myself to the community to make sure that like, hey, when someone says something anti-gay, you think, I wouldn't do that to Chris. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to think that. I want people to be like, oh, well, I wouldn't want that to happen to Chris. Like, so therefore I won't be anti-gay because I don't want the guy who's being nice to my kids or nice to me or nice, nice in general to have, bad things. Oops. You know what I mean? So sometimes it is that kind of marketing, but also you should just do it because you're a good person, right? But I'm a realist, and so I think about the whole thing, And I think it's part of the modern, the modern Renaissance man that I am. It's like, that's part of the modern Renaissance is like community is a big part of it. Because community ultimately is made up, right? Nations and countries and all these stuff, it's all made up. So when you make these dividing lines, you better make sure that there's a reason behind it. Like, it better be the right decision. So that's why, I'm trying to be good and helpful. Oh, what happened here? This computer updated itself and now like the frickin' Microsoft is going crazy. Okay. Ooh, also promote my TikTok. Well, that stuff. And so it's HFI Rugs, just like I am on all platforms, right? And my next one's gonna be a little preview. What I'm gonna do is have just this guy and then be like, blam! And then it's gonna be this guy on top of it. And then I'm gonna go blam! And it's gonna be this guy. And then blam! And it's gonna be this guy. And then blam! And then it's gonna be like back to that and back to this, you know what I mean? So a little TikTok that I thought of yesterday. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be fun. So that's part of the reason why we're doing this today. Because I was like, oh, yeah. And also you were thinking about that teal earlier. Here's half teal, half purple. Oops, let's go this way. Yeah, half teal, half purple. And I did it in like little sections. And technically these are all the same. It's just like when you curl it over, it kind of makes it look bigger. But it's not. All right. And then I just finished my my collector's swap. That did get posted last week. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago now. So, if you haven't checked that out, make sure to check that out. There was a ton of really nice, really genuinely good people that are, helping out and that kind of stuff. So always make sure to, help them out, subscribe, like their stuff. And I found all these new people to watch all their unboxings and everything. So that's nice. Always fun to watch new people. At the same time, it's still always good when your classic favorite drops a new thing, We're also happy to report I am at 135 subscribers now. The goal for the end of this month is 150. And so, Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one is a cute one. I could probably do the tic-tac-toe type thing on this too. Oh, but the TikTok, yeah. It's, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited about it. TikTok was the one that I kind of dreaded the most. And then actually it has like one of the best editing softwares built in. So it actually ended up being pretty good. Yeah, I know, 135. Technically, it's supposed to be on screen right now, but it's like slightly, it's like technically right there. It's like slightly off screen. I just realized it when I looked up. I was like, oh yeah, it's not actually on screen. But yeah, I am at 135. The collector swap gained me like 5 at least. Just that like one video. There we go. Also, one of my goals for this month is to get rid of this camera. You could see this camera, like the focusing is weird and the colors, like look at my hand in this camera and look at my hand in that camera. See how this one's like a little bit, the skin's not the same as that one. So I'm like I'm focusing on that too this month. Is I'm gonna sell some rugs hopefully and get some money and then buy another camera. Specifically this camera that I'm already using. So that way I'll have 2 of the exact same. So that way it'll be, it'll be consistent. But that's my goal for like the month, And it's good to have goals. Not everything, I have 5-year goals, I have 1 month goal, I have 1 week goals, you can have different levels. Oh yeah, exactly. It's very important to have different types. You got your big grand goals. I mean, the goal for the channel has always been 100,000. That is like the peak of what I'm trying to, like, some people go for millions, but like, I'm really just going for 100K. Because 100K, I mean, that's still plenty of people. I mean, we won't mind more, but... All right. Do a bit of vacuuming, and then we'll take a look at this piece and see if it's done or not. Because I haven't contoured it yet, but I might not. Sorry for that. I know that's loud, but I haven't quite figured out how to do that without it being noisy yet. So that's everything about me and everything that I've been up to, and my new goals and my new life and everything. Everything is kind of chilling in my life. Again, that's the point of these days, and I love listening to what you guys are up to too. So thanks for hanging out with me here today. As we wind down, as I always say, hello, my name is Chris Collected. I'm a queer subversive artist specializing in digital and physical media. I make things that you can buy, and I make things that you can watch. And here at the House of Perfect, we're always looking for new people to help improve. Wait, I said that perfect, didn't I? My brain today. Here at the House of Improvements, we're always looking to help improve others and ourselves. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. And the House of Improvements, not the House of Perfect, is going to be a sticker eventually, too. That's a sticker that I'm working on. All right. I think that one's done. I'm not going to shave it. I have decided that I'm not going to shave it. Well, shaving specifically refers to, I would take this guy and go in. But I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take this guy, what should we call it? Chopstick. I was like, what's that word? Actually, I just had Chinese last night. Yeah, what happened was I ordered Chinese 2 days ago, and they didn't have anyone to deliver it, and so they gave me 60 days of Grubhub for free, the subscription one for free, and a discount code. And I was like, all right. So 2 days later, I was like, I still wanted Chinese, so I ordered Chinese from a different place. Because I figured if they don't have, servers, the other one will. And the other one did, and it was really good. Orange chicken. I'm a simple orange chicken kind of man. But all right. If anyone likes what they see today, they are $25 for these ones. $6 for one, or two of these for 10. And these are 25. And then the smaller ones, which are this size, are 20. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for the pleasant hour. I love watching you show. Have a great day. Yeah, exactly. Have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. I love that saying. That's a good one, Miss Debbie Do. I like that a lot. But yeah, so we've done a red one. We've done a multicolored pink and black one. And we've done this teal one, teal and purple. And these all cover your little mat, or put it whatever you want. And then we did 5 little coasters too. A purple, another purple. A purple is my favorite color. Well, one of my favorite colors. And a teal and a black. All kinds of amazing stuff. Okay, everybody, remember to trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world that is safer for everyone. Thank you so much. My name is Chris Collected, and if you like Funko Pops, then stick around tomorrow. I have an unboxing of the latest Marvel Collector's Core. If not, then hey, maybe Thursday's more your speed, and you can see me make some resin. I'm gonna be making some new resin crafting. So thank you so much. I will see you in the future. Tomorrow is gonna be dominoes, or Thursday is dominoes. It's my first little domino set. We're getting closer and closer to getting the tic-tac-toe and dominoes and all that going here on these live streams, I'm hoping by the September's when the goal is for that, to have all of that going. Just kind of a heads up for you. But yeah, thank you guys so much. See you on the next one. Bye, everyone. See ya. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.